Hello princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about the Hera UV Mist Cushion Ultra Moisture. Mine is the refill because, like normal, I really do not need the products in the actual cushion packaging, so I try to buy the refills where possible just to minimize on waste. It's also a lot cheaper, which is great for me because I obviously buy copious amounts of cosmetics, and I buy a lot of cushions, specifically because when I do swatches for like cheek products or eye products, I'm removing my base entirely every time I change color. So if there are 5 colors in a blusher collection, I need to reapply my base 5 times. It's so much easier to just simply dip something into something like this than it is to, you know, pump something out onto the back of the hand, because you're not usually sure of the quantity of how much you might need. So that is why I go through so many cushions and why I always just seem to be having cushions all the time. So I really wanted to pick up a cushion by Hera because I've heard so many good things about them. But I do generally find that they are a bit more on the expensive side in comparison to what I could be buying from like Etude House or Misha even. So I was very interested in trying it. I chose the UV Mist Cushion Ultra Moisture, which I keep getting wrong for some reason, because it sounded like something that I would like the feeling of, and I'm pretty sure it was on sale when I bought it. It's showing up as 34 New Zealand dollars for the refill on YesStyle, which is where I purchased mine. I'm pretty sure I did not pay that price for it. It's probably a bit cheaper because it was on sale at some point. But yeah, I do find that the Hera products are usually very expensive in comparison to what I could buy, and I wanted to know if it was worth the money, because I know a lot of people that have Hera and they say it is, but I'm kind of like, but is it? Like, it's people that haven't really tried that many products, people who generally have more money than me. And I'm just like, yes, this is great. Yes, this is great. And I'm like, yeah, but have you tried an Etude House product? No. So the packaging of this product, I obviously do not have the full cushion, so mine just comes in a black case. I did get a cushion puff with mine as well, which works really, really well. I really enjoy the quality of the cushion puff too. I picked up shade number 13, which is supposed to be very light and yellow toned. However, I find that with my one, when I look at it on the skin, like on the swatches, it looks a little bit orange. It's not too bad, certainly, and I'm wearing it right now at the moment, and it looks fine on camera. In real life I can see a little bit of a shadow, so it's like just a little bit darker than what I would normally like, but totally doable, totally wearable, and on camera you can't really tell the difference, I don't think, so I'm fine with the colour. It's not perfect. If your NARS Sheer Glow in Siberia or close to that yellowness, you probably won't like it. If you're any lighter than me at the moment as well, I'm slightly tanner than normal, you also probably won't like it. But if you're slightly darker than NARS Sheer Glow in Siberia, slightly more like orangey, perfect. So I'm going to be applying this using the cushion puff provided. I have no problems with this cushion puff. It's just a nice standard one. I find that it applies the cushion itself easily. It doesn't soak up too much product. It's easy to clean. All round, lovely cushion puff. I find that the cushion itself is also quite easy to apply. Sometimes it does need a little bit of extra pressing to blend, so rather than pulling, just a nice pressing motion. And I'm surprised with the colour that it doesn't look too bad. It did look quite orange on the arm swatch in real life, but it seems to be working out pretty well. It's probably slightly off, but I really don't think that it's noticeable. So on this side of my face, I'm not going to do too much building up of the product. I can see a little bit of freckles poking through, a little bit of, tiny bit of redness up here, but other than that, it's a little bit of light coming in that's no good. It's like a reflection shining on my cheek here. Other than that, I think that it looks really nice, so there isn't anything to cover up on this side of my face at the moment, really. This side is a different story. So this is how we're looking with the cushion on this side here, and then without that. I do really like the way that it looks. It's really smooth, it's dewy without being too shiny, which is really nice. So I've been wearing this quite a lot over the last, I think I had this a week and a half. It's been the only foundation or only cushion that I've been using. I've also been using it to do swatches with, so reapplying over the top of itself. It's not always a great thing, but this seems to be doing it fairly well still. It does seem to be drying up a bit, so it looks like there isn't a huge amount of product in the actual compact itself, but again, that's okay. I feel like the Hera products are like, it's H silent, Hera. The products are generally quite expensive, which is why I only got the refill for this one. So I'd have to look up the prices of this and see how long I actually get the use out of it. So this is how the full face is looking. It's a little bit dull at the moment because of the lighting. Unfortunately in this room the sun is like really bright. So in comparison, it's a little bit dim. So overall the skin texture looks really nice. It has covered up a little bit of the acne scarring that I have down here and the one little pimple. This is a birthmark, it will not be covered up by anything, so don't even try. And overall my skin texture looks really nice. So I really like the finish, so I'm going to zoom you guys in. So my forehead does have a bit of texture, but it looks really smooth. So you can see a few dots, but when I move my head like this, it looks nice and smooth. I've got a few wrinkles here, which are looking really beautiful. And the same with around the eye, there are a few wrinkles here, but this has covered it up nicely. We do have a fair amount of pores, which you can see in the reflecting, but it's not enhanced. In fact, it's a little bit covered up, to be honest. You can see a few of the little like freckles that I have over here, which I personally quite like. And then you can see a few scars. So there's the one little pimple that I have. There is quite a dark scar here, but it's fairly covered. Enough that I don't feel like I need to put concealer on, but not so much that I feel like I'm wearing a mask. So I'm going to check back in with you guys throughout the day. Of course I am going to powder this, which I'll use my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, and we will show you how it goes throughout the day. So here's how we're looking after just about 8 hours of wear. It's still looking at pretty decent. So on the forehead there is not much shine. It's like dewy and luminous, but it doesn't feel oily. And then around the nose there is a bit of oil, so around the sides and the tip of the nose, and then a little bit of wear. So you can see a little bit of movement here where my glasses have been sitting, so this can be just blended back in with a few like little light taps. Same with on the nose side there for the glasses, and same with the other side. This cheek must not be as fat because there's no marking there. And then on the chin it's looking okay. There is a slight bit of wear here, but only a really small amount, like almost like right there. So for 8 hours it is doing a fantastic job, so I will check back in. I've got another few hours of teaching left, so another 3-ish hours, so I will check in with you guys after then. So this is how we are looking after a little bit after 10 hours wear, so it's the end of my day for today. It's holding up pretty well. There's definitely some oil around the nose. It's quite oily. The oil is coming off onto my fingers, but it's not making a huge gap, I think. Yeah, can't really see it. Like when I touch the thing, it's not like coming off onto my fingertips. The oil is, but the foundation is not. The forehead is looking fine. Can't see it anyway, so that's okay. And then for the chin, I have done a little bit more leaning because I've been teaching, so it's a little bit rubbed off, but not too bad. So overall, the coverage still stayed pretty fine. So I've got a little bit of redness around here from blush, a little bit of redness here as well, birthmark. Yeah, I don't think like it's faded throughout the day or anything like that. So overall, a fairly good wear test. I did find today that I'm wearing it during the daylight outside, and it does look quite orange, which I didn't notice inside at all. So that is definitely something a little bit different, but it's still not too bad. So all in all for this cushion, I actually really enjoy using it. I think that it provides a really nice coverage for the skin. I don't have that many scars at the moment. Well, I've got a lot of scars, but there are not that many that need a huge amount of coverage at the moment, and I don't have any active acne right now, so I'm finding that I'm wearing it at the moment. Of course, my skin looks really pretty, it looks very smooth, it looks okayly hydrated. I was expecting it to be more moist looking. For an ultra moisturizing cushion, I was expecting, I mean, I didn't see any models with it on their face, but I was expecting it to be like dewy or something. I got like a satiny finish from it at most, and obviously I do need to put powder over the top. This is the powder for today is actually from EG Bits. It's a Barbie powder. It's like, it's so cute. And it did mattify it out just a little bit more than it normally would be. So it's not that moisturizing, I don't think. I don't feel personally like cushions do that much for my skin on a skincare level. I find that cosmetically I love a good cushion that has a dewy finish, but I don't feel like the cushion itself has the skincare properties to really absorb into the skin or do anything to the skin. So in a cushion, I'm not looking for it to be moisturizing my skin. This certainly did not add extra moisture, but it also didn't look moisturizing or moist or whatever you want to call that, because people don't like the word moist. It did have fine longevity. I didn't feel like it was like dripping off my face like some cushions do, but it, you know, it looked fine. There was definitely some oil and some wear throughout the face, which is pretty normal for me. I don't feel like it held any extra oil in. I don't think it did very much to do with longevity at all, but again, that's fine. I wasn't expecting it to. I was expecting it to be moisturizing. So overall, I enjoyed using this cushion, but did I enjoy it, what, like $30 worth for a refill that's probably going to last me, because I use them all the freaking time, a month? No, I just don't personally think that it's worth the money, to be honest. It's not that expensive. We're not looking like sulfasus, like very, very high price point, but it is higher than, like I said, what I can get from Etude House, what I can get from Holika Holika, Misha, some of my favorite brands. Innisfree does a really nice cushion as well. I just do not think that it's that much better than those. I seriously don't. I would love to know if you guys have tried Hera, and if you're like a huge fangirl of Hera, not in a bad way, but if you are like the ultimate champion, why do you like it so much? What am I missing? Am I not looking at the right products? Should I try another one? I would love to know your guys' thoughts if you have tried Hera, or if you have tried it and you are like me and you're just like, I don't see why it's so special. Why is it so expensive? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Obviously, please keep it nice between yourselves. If you see someone that really likes Hera and you really don't, that's okay. They're allowed to like it and I'm allowed to dislike it. There's nothing wrong with having an opinion. But like I said, if I'm missing something, I want to know more about it, because I know so many people in real life who love Hera. So it'll be nice to hear your guys' thoughts as well. But thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!